Alright guys, so I'm going to Skype this guy. I don't even know really what this is about. Something about snowboarding in parks. So I like snowboarding and I like terrain parks. So we're going to give it a shot. We'll Skype him. See what's going on.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, do you hear me?
I do.
Okay, it's good. I'll tell you about our project a little bit later after interview, because if you don't keep in mind the information about project, your answers would be better, okay?
Okay.
Or you want to know about our project now, maybe.
I mean, yeah, what are we talking about?
Okay, it would be like interview. You can imagine that you are a provider, and as I saw, you are a real provider, yeah?
Yeah, my little brother, he's actually sleeping. Fell asleep, so.
Okay, and I took interview of you, okay? Let's start. How did you start riding snowboard?
I started riding a snowboard. I was like 11, and I was going to a church, and the kids in the youth group that were older than me were going snowboarding, and they were like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure." And they took me, and I idolized those guys, and so I wanted to be like them when I got older. So I just kept snowboarding.
Okay, and what do you like in snowboarding? It maybe feeling or maybe meeting new people or something else. Can you explain?
I like the adrenaline, so I like to do things that kind of scares me, like always pushing my limits, trying to either like really fast, go really big. I don't know, just overcoming something that you're afraid of is the best part about snowboarding, I think, for me.
Okay, it's like competition with yourself, yes?
Yeah, like competing against myself, like a mental game.
And do you like to compete with your friends maybe, or take a part of official competitions, local competitions?
Yes, I don't like to tell my friends I'm competing against them, but if I go with someone, like one of my friends that's better than me or they're equal, I definitely, if they do something, I'm like, well, I gotta do it now too. So I always push myself to try and be the best I can be, and if my friends are being better, I'll try and match their level. But also, I do like to do like small rail jams and stuff. I don't do large scale competitions.
Okay, and you like competition because you want to be better than yesterday, for example, yes?
Yeah, because like when you compete with people, you're riding with someone. They're doing cool tricks. Sometimes they do a trick you didn't even think of, and you're like, well, now I want to try that trick. And so it's all a friendly competition. It all helps you push, especially if they're doing well, then they're feeling great, and then you vibe off of how they're feeling. So then you start doing good, and it's all a good thing.
Okay, and you are mainly park rider, yes?
Yeah, I'm primarily park. I'm in the park about probably I'd say 80% of the time I'm on the mountain.
And do you like something else, maybe backcountry, or you like only park riding?
I like all snowboarding. I don't think there's um, a type of snowboarding I don't like. But like today we got 13 or 16 inches. No, it was 13 inches of snow. It was awesome. So we went and rode trees all day, and that was a blast. Like going through the trees and just pushing yourself. I think if you want to be the best rider you can be, you have to ride all types of terrain.
Okay, and I saw your YouTube channel. There you ride mainly with friends, yes? Or you like to ride alone too?
Um, so previous seasons, like I've lived up in Summit County next to like Keystone and Breckenridge Resort for 7 years now. So prior to this year, I rode a lot by myself, not by choice, but just because I get about 100 to 125 days in a season, so I'm going more often than the average person. But this year, my brother moved up with me, and so we decided to make a vlog and video and post a video on every single day we go snowboarding. So primarily, yes, I'm always riding with a friend, which is my brother.
It's cool. And maybe you can um, to say the level of your brother is higher than yours or not.
My brother is in a beginner stage. I would say he's surpassed beginner now. He's like beginning of intermediate stage of snowboarding. He can carve and get down the slopes, and he can slide boxes now. And he just started learning rails, so where I can like hit anything in the park, no matter the size of the feature, I can hit that, or I can like backflip and spin and all these things. So I'm a better rider than him, but he's gonna learn, and he's probably gonna catch up to me pretty quick.
Okay, it's cool when you have someone who better than you and can explain you some think about tricks. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I do a lot of help. I give him a lot of advice, and he's learning quick. So.
And what do you prefer, jibbing or jumping, or it is equal for you?
I think it's the time of the season. So early season or like currently, like I'm all about the rails. I hit the rails hard. But once the snow starts to soften up, it gets kind of towards springtime. I'm on the jumps all the time, and I don't really know why that is, but yeah, I mean I would say I'm about equal on both. I like both of them the same. I just do them different times of the season.
Okay, and how you learning new tricks? Do you have any methods, or it's only like a feeling, and you can't explain this?
With snowboarding, the more and more you hit a feature, you start to see more, especially like with jumps when you're spinning. So say you start landing the 540 a bunch, and then you're like, all of a sudden one day like you kind of over rotate the 540 and you see the 7, and you're like, I think I can do a 720. Then you go for it. And that's with a lot of tricks. I don't really ride with a lot of riders better than me, not because I don't want to, I just don't. It doesn't pan out that way. So I either will see a trick on like social media, and I'm like, man, I really want to try that, and I go out and try it. Or like I said, just from riding a bunch, and then I'm like, man, I feel like I could do this, and then I just go out and do it. So that's usually how I learn new tricks. Once again, though, I like that mental battle with myself, where like, hey, you should try this. It's pretty scary, and I'm like, I don't know, but then I like force myself to do it.
And if your trick wasn't good, or you make some mistakes and fell, for example, how you finding mistakes? Do you have any methods too?
So the way I find my mistakes, I mean, one, falling, that happens, and so you know you had a mistake because you fell. But the other thing is we film 100% of the time we ride through the park now, because we're making those daily vlogs. So I get to watch a lot of footage of myself. I can see like when I fell off early, like where was my body weight, whether I was like fully over the feature or not, or if on a rotation if I was kind of corked. So being able to watch film helps a ton when trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong on a trick.
Okay. And do you ride in small local parks, or you prefer only big official parks in mountains?
I do. My friend Kevin makes his own backyard park. I think that's what you're kind of asking, and I go there often. He has a couple rails back there, and we just make a little setup, and then we hit it, and it's super fun. And then, yeah, I think that's what you're asking. So yeah, we do not only ride the resorts, but we'll do like ride our friends' parks. And in the end of the season, we'll go up to the peak of the Loveland Pass and put in some features and ride like the snow on the peaks of the 14ers around.
Okay. Maybe you like to build some new figures, to imagine this and trying to make it real, or not?
I don't really build my own features. He has a bunch of rails, so like, we'll bury the rail and then build the kicker, and that's really it. I'm not like going and like buying 2x4s and PVC pipe and making my own features.
Okay. And do you use any gadgets when you're riding? It may be different sport trackers or another sport gadgets, or you don't use any?
I use a ton of gadgets. So with my GoPro, at least with the vlog, when we're heading towards the mountain, we have it on a Gorilla Grip tripod, a mini one, that lets us have it on the car and all other kinds of stuff like that. When we ride the mountain, if weather permits, we put it on a gimbal. It's an electronic stabilizer. It gives us really clean, smooth footage. And then we have a drone that we like to fly. We can't fly it on the resort, but whenever we do like the backyard parks or like go up on top of the peak of the mountain, we pull out the drone. We'll fly the drone around. That's really fun. And then, I mean, we got just other types of GoPro attachments, so that's what we use for the camera.
Okay. And what are you doing while you go up on the chairlift, for example, on the slope? Do you have any? Sorry, my English not very good because I'm not from USA. How you entertain yourself
Okay.
while you go?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So what do we do on a chairlift?
Yeah.
So sometimes, not very often, we'll just, if I'm riding by myself, I'll browse like Instagram or like message my wife. But if it's cold, I really don't want to pull out the phone. Me and my brother talk a lot. We'll either talk about like clips for the vlog or a trick that he was working on or a trick that I'm working on. We also work together, so we'll talk about work. But yeah, the chairlift, my favorite thing to do on the chairlift, at least in the park, is to watch other people hit features. Once again, because either I see someone do a trick and I'm like, man, that was a sweet trick, I want to try that. I think I can do that on that feature. Or I just see him do a new trick and I'm just stoked for him. Because when you see people landing tricks and all super hyped, it makes you hyped. It makes you want to go out and land some tricks.
Okay. What is your favorite trick? Do you have any?
Oh, my favorite trick.
Yeah.
I love the backside 180. Especially like on a run, like just getting like a 10-foot backside 180 is super fun. On a rail, I like backboard to 2-7 out. That's one of my favorite tricks. And then the backside 540 is a really fun trick too, on a jump. So those are my like favorite tricks.
Stylish backside 180 is the most favorite trick, I think, because many people like this.
Yeah.
Like taking trees.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Nothing's better than a fat slow motion 180, I think.
Okay. And I think you tell me the most important information. Let's tell you about our project, what we are doing. Maybe you will have some ideas.
Okay.
We made device which you put on your board, connect with your smartphone, and this device define each trick that you have done. It can define your mistakes. It can define which trick you done, how good that trick was, and other features. But our problem now it is that we have technology, but we don't know what app needs riders needs. Because for this we taking interviews to see the experience of different riders from different countries, and want to develop some interesting app for them. So do you understand what I said?
Yeah. So you're putting a tracking device on the board. It can track like rotations, height of like your air, your speed. It's like a stat tracker essentially that you attach to your snowboard.
But it's not only global metrics like speed or general rotation, but each trick in jibbing, for example, if you make a frontside blunt, for example, it can define this trick, and if you fall, it can define your mistake and show you why you fall and how to do this this trick better than you.
Oh, okay, that's really cool.
Well, maybe you have some ideas of what you want to see in this app.
Okay, in the app. So with the app, just would you have to tell it what type of feature you're hitting, or would it kind of just feel it out?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat this?
So the app will tell you'll do a trick, and the app will tell you where you messed up and how to correct it. Is that
Yes.
Okay, so how does the app know what trick you're attempting? Do you need to tell it to? What?
It is defining trick while you making it. For example, you want about jumping. So, for example, you want to do 540, but your rotation was very bad, and you make only 360 with and fell. For example, it will define that you made 360, not 540.
Okay.
If you're doing a frontside blunt, you land on the rail, for example, and if you fell after this, it can show you that you jump over the rail, not on the rail, for example, or you have small speed, for example, or your waist was not on or under the rail, or was some, for example, at right side of your board.
I think a cool feature would be, like, at least with the jumps, if it could tell you if you're going too inverted or not, like you're leaning back too much or you leaned forward too much, because keeping it square when you rotate is definitely huge and helps you land tricks. So sometimes, like if I haven't done a 720 in a while, I'll go like huck a 720 and I'll lean back too much, and so I go cork and then I end up like landing on my back. So it'd be cool if it was like telling you like, hey, like you're leaning like too many degrees this way or something like that.
Okay, thank you. And I have another question. I think in 2 weeks we will develop the first prototype view of our app. Can I connect with you and ask you about your opinion of this?
Yeah, of course. I have no problem speaking with you guys and helping you develop this.
Okay, thank you very much. And the last question, it's not about our project. I saw your Instagram account, and the question is why you don't post videos there? Because you have many interesting video, but in Instagram you post only photos.
So the reason I haven't posted photo or video on Instagram is because I film them on my GoPro and I put them on my computer and then I edit them. And I've always, like, when I render it, it always has issues going from my computer to my phone, and so I have to use this app and a website to do it. And with working full time, going to school full time, and then like vlogging and doing all this stuff, my time is very limited, and so it's just something I want to do, is get a video onto my Instagram. I don't have time to do that extra step because I do have a wife that I have to spend time with too as well. So my days is super crammed, and I just haven't found the correct time frame to actually get those videos sent to my phone to then clip them and then throw them on my Instagram. I do want video on my Instagram though.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. So thank you very much for your time. I will connect with you when we will have any concepts of our. And if you have any friends who can talk with us too and can help us, it would be very cool. But it would be better if you don't tell them about our project before interview.
Okay. Yeah. No, for sure I won't.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice ride today.
I have a question. So I can't share any of this in my vlog?
Yes, of course.
So I can? Or cannot?
You can
Okay.
tell it in your blog, of course. It is not something like a secret.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering. So yeah, good to know. Thank you.
And if someone in your blog wants to connect with us and to speak about the app, it would be cool because we need big amount of opinions. Now we have about 200 interviews, but we need more.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no
Bye.
problem. Have a great day.
Yes, you too.
All right, so it sounds like they want to make an app. They wanted my professional opinion. I don't know how professional I am, but asked a bunch of questions. That was a good time. I think I'm gonna take that whole interview and I'm just gonna post that as its own video if you guys want to watch that. I think that would be kind of cool. Hopefully you guys can understand what he was saying, because it was kind of Skype's not the best, but I think that's where we're gonna end today. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you really liked it, share their video. It's huge and it helps out our channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to see the path to 130 days, you should do so. We're on day 68. If you missed day 67, I'll put it like somewhere. I don't know. You're at a weird angle, guys. And then I think that's it. So, thanks for watching and keep evolving, guys.